One of the most stressful parts of sextortion is not just the threat itself. It is the fear that your workplace will somehow be pulled into it. Many victims immediately ask, "Do I need to tell my boss about blackmail threats?" The anxiety surrounding employer disclosure often becomes worse than the actual threat. According to the FBI, sextortion criminals frequently exploit fear of reputational harm to pressure victims into compliance. However, fear does not automatically mean you are required to inform your employer in most situations. In this video, we'll explain when, and when not, you should tell your employer about sextortion, how to assess real workplace risk, and the strategic steps to take before making any disclosure decisions. Understanding the real risk to your workplace. In most sextortion cases, scammers threaten to send explicit material to an employer, HR department, or professional contacts. In reality, this is often a pressure tactic. Criminals often rely on psychological leverage because sextortion is designed to manipulate victims through intimidation and shame. Before deciding on workplace blackmail disclosure, it is important to ask yourself, did you use a company device? Did you use a work email address? Did the scammer specifically reference your employer? Is your job regulated or licensed in a way that requires disclosure? If none of these apply, immediate employer disclosure may not be necessary. When employer disclosure might be appropriate. There are limited scenarios where telling your employer could be strategic if company systems were involved. If a work laptop or corporate email was used, IT security should be informed to protect network integrity. If the blackmailer directly contacts your employer, proactive transparency can prevent escalation. If you hold a high visibility or regulated position, some professions require reporting potential reputational or cybersecurity incidents. When you likely do not need to tell your employer. In financial sextortion cases, criminals typically avoid actual exposure because it eliminates leverage and increases legal risk. Once material is released, they lose control over the situation and increase the likelihood of investigation. However, it's still important to handle the threat seriously. How to decide strategically, a step-by-step approach. If you are unsure whether to proceed with employer disclosure, follow this framework. Preserve all evidence. Save threats, usernames, timestamps, and screenshots. Evaluate actual exposure risk. Separate emotional fear from factual access. Secure personal and professional accounts. Change passwords and enable multi-factor authentication on all accounts. Report the incident to authorities. File a complaint with the platform you received threats on and law enforcement. Victims in the U.S. should inform the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center. Consider working with a cybersecurity or blackmail response expert before making disclosure decisions. This structured approach ensures you act based on risk analysis, not panic. Managing the fear of career damage. Workplace blackmail threats are powerful because careers represent stability, income, and identity. But in the majority of reported cases, sextortion does not result in employer exposure. The threat itself is the weapon. Acting calmly reduces the leverage scammers depend on. Employers increasingly recognize that employees can become victims of cybercrime. Being targeted by a scam does not automatically equate to misconduct or termination. In many cases, it is treated as a personal cybersecurity issue rather than a disciplinary matter. Disclosure is a strategic choice, not an automatic requirement. You do not automatically need to tell your boss about sextortion threats. Employer disclosure should be based on risk assessment, device involvement, and actual exposure likelihood, not fear alone. Workplace blackmail is designed to feel catastrophic, but strategic response limits damage. For more than a decade, Blackmail.HelpLine has helped thousands of professionals navigate sextortion, workplace blackmail, and online extortion using a combination of cybersecurity expertise, psychological threat analysis, and real-world response strategies. Our specialists can help you assess whether scammers actually have access to employers or professional contacts, Analyze threats and determine credibility versus bluffing. Preserve digital evidence for legal and platform reporting. Secure compromised accounts and prevent further exposure. Develop a step-by-step response plan tailored to the specific situation. If you are facing sextortion or blackmail involving your job, your reputation, or your digital identity, you do not have to handle it alone. Blackmail Helpline provides confidential, judgment-free support and strategic guidance designed to reduce risk, not escalate panic. Call 888-634-1535 or visit blackmailhelpline.com to speak with a response specialist. Helpful links and resources. To learn more, visit our website at blackmailhelpline.com. The link is in the description below. Feel free to leave a comment with your questions or call us directly at 888-634-1535. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and let us know in the comments if you'd like us to cover more cases like this. See you in the next video.